yo, I'm actually stressed. What the hell happened there? Like, I thought I redirected over. That's absolute shambles from me, you know. That's an absolute dickhead move, blood. That's annoyed me now. Because you know, like how you meant to build if you can't even push your own success over to another piece that you want to be obviously successful in, which is absolutely an annoyance. Now I've got to go and do a bunch of different things. This is absolutely that's frustrated me. That not gonna lie. Hopefully you lot are having a good time, a good Saturday. You probably just saw that madness with a gal and that. So I wouldn't even call that a madness. To be fair, that's just that's probably not the greatest thing to kind of call it, but call it heated. Let's call it heated. There we go. But I thought I redirected over to myself. But yeah, big up to everyone as well. This is just some United news, which I find kind of interesting. Ugarte, a new role potentially found. If you saw it yesterday, he played centre back for Uruguay. But then again, there's another position that's been noted that could be fulfilled since Mazraoui's out. I mean, there's literally one fullback at United that's fit. And on top of that, you know, Ugarte doesn't get used. So what the hell did you buy him for? It's literally Amrabat 2.0 at this rate. So yeah, we've also got Amorim interest as well, which is funny enough because I've been a big advocate for Amorim for ages, but I wouldn't have thought that would be the route that United go down because of obviously he plays a 3-back formation more time. I've never seen him play 4. United never really played with back 5, back 4, back anything at this rate in the last couple of years since it's been absolutely woeful in terms of the defending. But when there was data and there was all different managers that have been linked with United, even Southgate, like you got your Amorims, who else is on it? Thomas Tuchel, Thomas Frank, Marco Silva. There was a load of different sort of Marco Rose. There was a lot of managers on there, and they were breaking the data down in terms of Man United, the players, and all these different bits. And the whole thing, it was. You should look on, obviously, through data to see who's going to be the best manager appointment. It's got to be beyond that, right? And Ruben Amorim was the clear favorite in the green. And I was thought, oh, yeah, I forgot about this guy even existed. But have you seen his release clause and his contract and all that kind of stuff? I just don't know if United would go down that road. I remember with Liverpool approached him, and I think Liverpool rejected him as well. If I'm correct, I think they did. Because he was asking for way too much money or something along those lines. Same thing with West Ham. When he went over to West Ham, he rejected it, but that looked like more of a PR move. But he's definitely wanting a top job. And he's definitely wanting to move from Sporting. He's been there for, what, a good 5 years now? So he's definitely going to be available and definitely interested to move from Sporting. Even this season alone with Sporting Lisbon, he's doing really well. But I don't know how you guys feel about Ruben Amorim. Does he suit the players? I think so. It's a bit more fluid, but I just don't know if United's got the players. Of course, he'd use Ugarte. That would definitely be one of the players that everybody knows that he would favour. Then he would like a Lenny Euro, use him like a Gonzalo Inacio. It's again, United could do a player like that. I don't know if he's going to hit the heights. I think he's a great player. He just had a bad Euros. Well, he had a bad couple games at that, anyways. So yeah, it's a long way away. And then what we were seeing as well was Thomas Tuchel with CF Bayern come out, Christian Falk, and he was coming out along the lines of saying that he's already interested in talking with England. Bit crap in it. So that's another blow for United. You know, everyone, I don't know, again, he said that he was in negotiations with England, but that's funny how that came out as soon as England lost to Greece. With England losing to Greece, I'm thinking that's a little bit of reaction. Like, you know what? Forget Lee Carsley. We're going to go and get Tuchel straight right now. You know, the best way to approach is go get the cup manager, a German at that can manage England. And I'm thinking, wait, hold on. Laurie Whitwell came out. Was it Laurie Whitwell? Someone come out about the Thomas Tuchel and the Man United situation and Ratcliffe wanting him. And it's not, United not sounding Tuchel out. Tuchel's camp was sounding out United to say, hey there, I'm here, I'm free. Right? So again, the spin of it is making me think, is Tuchel really in talks with England, or is he trying to push United to make the move for him? Because only Christian Falk's come out with that news. Nobody else, not even Daily Mail, not one English journal basically, or representative of the UK sports in terms of football, has come out and mentioned about it. And I'm thinking again, why is it so silent? Today, surely someone should have clarified it. Because Christian Falk's known to be a bit of a bogey journo, but when it comes to the German stuff, of course, Bayern Munich, he's all over it. He knows his stuff. But when it comes to, with all the stuff in England, he's been absolutely crap with the players and the transfers. I think Thomas Tuchel isn't actually in talks with England. I don't believe that's the case. And you know what? I hope England go and take him. I don't actually want him as a manager. I know a lot of fans wouldn't mind Tuchel, but I don't want him personally. I think he's got a lot of good things going on for him in terms of his own style and the way he wants to play. But from what I witness, from the eye, I would take him, but I don't want him, if that makes sense. I don't know about what you guys think of him, but I don't want him. Reports coming from Spain this morning to say that Diego Simeone is learning English so they can reject Man United. You lot are taking a piss. You lot are taking a piss, man. It's coming home football. We're not winning. The World Cup. Are you sure about that? I've already got a lot of mods. Until I need more mods, I don't think it's needed. I'm not gonna cap. So on that notice, it'll be until further notice. If I need any more, I can already see a few in the chat. So, but big up though, man. I'll put you down to consideration. Depends how loyal you are. I don't know if I've seen you in here a lot, Mr. Sundance Kid. But a big up and I appreciate it. I want Amorim or Stuttgart manager. I'm not gonna lie to you lot. I don't really know much about the Stuttgart manager. I know he's just done really well last season. This season, he looks like he's doing a job. Apparently, he's got that Mamush wonder kid Egyptian striker dude as well. I don't know too much about it, but I ain't seen United linked with him either. I know Chelsea were linked with him, and apparently rejected Chelsea last summer, and that's the only news I've ever come across about him. So yeah, Klopp needs to go manage Germany, and we need to get snatched Nagelsmann. See, there was a release clause with the whole Klopp thing within his new role at what are they called again? Are they called the Red Bull group, right? That manage obviously Salzburg and Leipzig, and now they're gonna take over Paris. I think they're in the second division in Ligue 1, and that's gonna go directly under Klopp's control. Who also, by the way, hated the multi-club, the whole structure. He didn't like it, but now he's working under it. But I'm not gonna come in and bash Klopp. Like, pause. It's just times move on. Times change. He might want something different from management, that now he's going to look at it as an overseer of the football clubs that he's running, maybe gain some more knowledge, new experience, which we all need in life, right? It don't matter what role Ugarte plays, he's dead food. See, I disagree with that part. I think he's a good player, and I don't think he's getting utilized correct. You're not going to come on here on a Man United channel and start putting slander in the chat. I'll just get rid of you. He was rejected by Liverpool because of his antics with flirting with other teams to up his contract offer. Apparently, Chelsea scoured and didn't want him for the same reasons. Who do you lot think would be the better fit? If you lot feel like the Amorim or Tuchel will be the better fit, who is the better fit? Because I don't look at Tuchel as the guy that's going to build Manchester United. I think he's going to come in short term. I've said it. And there was one person in the comments that challenged a little bit what I said and challenged a bit what the comments said as well. And I had to read it. I was like, you know what? He was making some fair, good points. And I like that. So people that want to get involved in the comments after that don't exactly agree or can educate me a little bit further, or even just remind me why Tuchel could be a good fit and don't judge his time when he was at Chelsea, this, that, and the other, then I'd appreciate that a lot, even in the chat now. But Amorim, again, the new buzzword, project manager. Who's going to build the project? Pep said project is overrated, the name. You have to win or you get replaced. So a proven winner says that whole thing is all bullshit, but at the same time, he don't need to build no projects because he's always gone into projects that are pretty much stable. Barcelona already had a good core of players. The only project you could say that Pep's had to kind of go through is, of course, Man City, because they had to replace a lot of players. So that was him. That was built for him. But with United as a whole, and whether it's Arsenal or Liverpool at that point, this is a whole different ball game. Now, Amorim it will be funny if he decides to go with a back three, but with United's current players, I think the back three is probably the most suitable formation. He plays not just a back three, back five, where it's defensive, it's quite attacking. So it's not unknown from Amorim to do stuff like that, where we got Marcus Edwards, got Gyökeres, who I'm pretty sure would want to come and follow him if he's not in favour of the Hoylands of the world. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. I reckon he'd love Xerxes. You know, he's got his Hulman as well in the DM position. You know, he's got quite a good favourable amount of great players, good footballers. United, I thought, have got good footballers. I think you'd love Mazraoui. I think Lissandro would be perfect for the middle role, in the middle to dictate the game a bit. And then you got De Ligt out wide. Again, a role that's not unknown to him. I think the back three would also solidify United a little bit more at the back. But also, you know what Amorim does like is, of course, he likes high energy players. And that makes me wonder where he would think Kobbie Mainoo would play. Because putting Kobbie, I remember for England, Kobbie Mainoo played I think Southgate switched it up to like a three at the back and put Kobbie in the middle. And he was next to Declan Rice. And this was only in the Euros. And he looked like he was going to get gassed out. So I don't know. Like, Kobbie and Ugarte, that could be the future partnership. Does Kobbie have the engine to run that? I don't actually think he does. He might be one of them players that go on the left-hand side, a little bit what like Mason Mount and Tuchel again, for Chelsea, where, you know, his central midfielder, attacking midfielder was used on the left and right. You know, Kobbie has known, and you can see as well how good he is when he gets into the areas on the left-hand side. When he gets into the left half space of the final thirds, he operates really well. But I don't think that's the long term. But them players have got the freedom to do what they want to do in the attacking areas. So Marcus Rashford in the tight areas, it could be lethal, but I'm not too sure, because this team does need goals. As much as you want foreplay and controlling a game, you know, you need goals. But I think he'd love Xerxes, though. That would literally be his Gyökeres. But let's be real, Xerxes is not as clinical as Gyökeres. Gyökeres' shot is crazy good. What would Amorim do with Mount and Fernandes? I'm pretty sure he was the one that sold Fernandes, isn't it, to us in the end. Was he not the manager at the time, and then he won the league? You know, he's got the best out of Fernandes. At that point, he's the one that, you know, when he was at Sporting, was doing all the madness, and we bought him. You know, we took him off Tottenham. But again, it might favour Bruno. You know, again, we talk about Bruno being the better player, where he's going to be in the box. And you know what? When it comes to the 3-4-3, again, Bruno could do one of those roles on the left and right. Don't worry about getting back and using your energy. Just be the killer that you are in front of goal. Go up there, make the difference, and then maybe play with Ahmad. It could be a difference. Again, he could be the 8 they used to, but I can't see Fernandes doing the 8 role next to a goal. Actually, I probably can. But Bruno's legs are going. He can't keep up with the play of the Premier League anymore. He's a headless chicken when he runs, and you got to protect that. And you know what? You need to salvage what you got, Bruno. As much as I don't like him, he's effective. He gets you your goals and assists. I said the same thing with Rashford, but he can't play on the same pitch as Rashford. It's net negative players, and that's not even something rude. It's just that the amount of turnovers he's got to give to the other team, naturally, it won't suit. So yeah, man. By the way, big up to there's 115 people in the house. I forgot to redirect to myself, and I was wondering, oh my god, I don't know. Like, is this channel gonna be? Is this going to be a channel where I need redirects to keep it going large and getting the views and the likes and stuff, and obviously, and you lot are all tuning in, so that makes me happy. So that's a little bit of a test. That's made me happy. I hope you lot can smash the likes as well. We're on about 38. Can we raise that to 100 straight away? That would be sick. So I do appreciate that. Straight facts with Cass. I don't do that. I'm gonna get a. What should I do it? Should I do it? I might have to, you know. You know, I might get on the train of the beef. I might somehow just get pulled in, and there's a little dirty dig at me, and then before you know it, with me, I just say, "What? Who's this guy talking to? Like, who does he think he's talking about?" And then I make a response, and then before you know it, I'm somehow involved in the beef that I'm not involved in. You know what I'm saying? In theory, by the way, Marco, I don't think you're spamming. Anyone that actually wants to give me some insight of what your thoughts are, United fan or rival fan, like this. In theory, should the United superstructure pull a random one out of the hat that would fit United? Amorim and Tuchel seems like the obvious ones. Yes, and I agree with you, but that's why I say if the one out of the hat for me was Thomas Frank, that's the one that's out of the hat. The Marco Silvas as well, out the hat. Marco Rose, the one that I think would fit United quite well. Again, I think that's out of the hat as well. They got to have a good selection of managers, at least a good 5. Even if you can't get your first choice, it doesn't matter. You got to get someone that always fits. Look at Slot. Look, I don't think, I hate to say it, but Michael Edwards does not get near enough credit. He's the one that looked at Slot, the way he is, the way he plays football, the group of players that Liverpool currently have. Didn't even sign anyone pretty much other than Chiesa over the summer. And he's revamped some of the young players, the young ballers, and Gravenberch and whatnot. And look at it now. It's a good fit for Liverpool and a good fit on a professional model. And that's where United need to trust. Well, I say United, but I do believe Ratcliffe is running the ship in his decisions. And he's got to trust, what's his name, Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox to come together and make their decision. Otherwise, it's just Glazers 2.0. Don't let Joe Glazers and all these lot run the decisions. Brailsford's got no history. Brailsford is a cancerous guy at this club. I'm going to say it now, yeah? Because I done research into this guy last year. And he was running Nice, right? He was making the decisions for Nice. And if the more this guy's involved within, obviously, the structure of United, the worse the decisions are going to get, especially with Joe Glazer as well. And I don't want to be the one that has to call this out because it might be unfair on him at this point, right? I'm going to star some of your comments as well. Give me a sec. I'm going to start. But when you looked at Nice when Ineos took over, their results weren't great. Their appointments weren't great. Their signings like Barkley were not great. It was a howler. And it seems every time we get linked with someone, he wants someone that's British. He wants the Southgates. He's the one that wants the Graham Potters. It just don't make sense in my mind. He wants all these English players. It should not be down to him. So it's just horrendous. It's horrendous. I can't stand it. But I don't blame. I can't say it in full. I'm not gonna do what Mark Goldbridge does and start pointing fingers like he knows everything, which he doesn't, because then that's just me being a bit of a donut and pushing allegations. But obviously that's what the narrative is at the moment. I'm just putting what I think on show, and that's how it looks like every time I read the report. TTM, the killer you are in front of goal. Bro, please don't tell me that's what you think of Bruno. Bruno's a good finisher, whether you like him or not. In my opinion, TTM. I don't like the way he plays football. He's a little bit too gung-ho. A bit like Jude Bellingham a little bit. I'm not in favor of that type of footballer, but they're effective. And yes, I do understand Bruno's not being that great in front of goal, but we need goals in United and we need to get the best out of these group of players because we need to be somewhere at the end. Big up Liverpool Truth. I would rather have the biggest clubs in England, Liverpool United, find out for the titles compared to the small club City. I mean, if that's the battle you lot want, the fierce rivalry to come back, then I mean, it would be nice, isn't it? It would be nice. No one's really got a fierce rivalry, like direct competitor, like Chelsea's Fulham. So let's forget about that. Tottenham's Arsenal. It's incomparable at the top of the league. Man City United or Man City Liverpool to a degree-ish. It's not that much. Or United and Liverpool. There's no actual fierce direct rivals competing at the top like a Barcelona and Real Madrid. So I hear it to a degree. But I mean, if I could wish bad, I hope Liverpool drown. I hope you look. I want you to go through a horrendous period again. I am praying and hoping for that. I know Maresca got players in front of him, but nobody give credit to the big work there behind it. Yeah, you're right there, Zedo. That's obviously not away from United. If we're talking structures, then yeah, you got it right in the end. And that's the grace you have to give some, obviously, this structure. This is the grace period I'm giving them. You got to give them a few years to work stuff out because United's a mess. And it's easy to see. You don't need to know the finer details. You know it's a mess there. There's probably a lot to sort out. Because look how many there is to be selected, and the perfect starting 11 is there for us. And you stole from us. You stole Sancho from us for an absolute steal. But again, I reckon Sancho left because of the wages. You know, at some point, it's going to be a new deal, and you're going to have to provide Sancho with the wages that you probably were giving him. I reckon they got him not because of the play he is or he's not the fit for United. I reckon because they want to go and save money. That's the way I look at it. Big up Dan Fenton. United fan all my life. I was born in 89. Oh, you're only a few years older than me. My old man grandfather went in the late 1780s. Big up to OG grandfather GP. And Mr. Fenton, I'm going to call him. When we were not great, but I've said the last the team turned up being 70 and 80. What do you mean by that, by the way? I'm not too sure if I read that correctly. Cass, what type of football does Nagelsmann play? Because people say high press, but how come. He got Gundogan and Kroos in the midfield. They have no legs. I think the thing is with Nagelsmann was along the lines like Gundogan and Kroos are just good footballers in general, so they can play. Gundogan still has legs to a degree, right? Like he's not finished, he's not done. But there was the game from Germany where they got knocked out in the Euros where they got overran and they got pressed, and that was evident to see as well. So it's like he was trying to fit in the good players. He did play a good brand of football. He is high press. I wouldn't call it crazy possession. You know, he's very direct, but that's all I would call Nagelsmann's football anyways. It's a good style. But with the Amorim anyways, yeah, man. We're gonna have to hold on that thought. I hope it's actually true, because this is, again, it's hopium. Again, I don't think Ten Hag survives past Brentford. I always thought the Klopp was perfect for Man United in terms of playing style. The closest to Klopp is Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank is one of the best tacticians in the league. That's where I want it as well. Sergio made his money in Monaco avoiding paying tax in the UK, and guys talking about 100k stadium, and he can't afford to pay Ten Hag 70 million to sack him. I think it's 14 actually. Something weird's going on. Side and rants are right. There is something. Hi mate, I meant grandfather, dad, and have said at least the players have turned up in a 70. Oh, at least they did turn up. Yeah, I'm in agreement. But it's a different era, of course. Everyone's a baby these days, especially at United. Anyways, they're babied. The majority of them, a lot of them have gone, and I do believe there's going to be a cultural shift or within the club, like a bit brutal, a different kind of mentality eventually. But it's just when, and that will come down to pretty much the manager. And Phil Jones, again, if anyone thinks Phil Jones on 5, aka Rio Ferdinand's, and you're a United fan, I implore you to go and watch that. It's actually really good. You get sucked into it. It's telling you stories, past, present, and the future as well, and his takes and what he's doing. So it's actually a good insight. I actually really do like it. But yeah, Amorim interest, I hope it's true. And you know what? If we can go and do that straight after Brentford, we'll see. I don't think he's going to come. I don't think United want to sack Ten Hag for 14 million and then go buy out Amorim for like 10, 12 million away from Sporting. I think that's too much. But I think if United want any sort of manager, they're going to have to buy out a manager with some sort of compensation regardless. So United are going to have to spend money. Like, it's a transfer window again. And it's going to have to be a good gamble. With Ugarte, again, the new role that is looking likely. It looks like he's going to either start right back or left back for Man United. At Uruguay, he's playing in defense. Obviously, he's playing centre back and could do that role. He's very tenacious in that. And it was actually come as a surprise, because it's not like we haven't seen Amrabat go left back and play inverted. Who says Ugarte can't do that role? High, energetic. I don't know what you lot think about that, but I think we're going to see not Lindelof play, but if someone's going to keep up with the likes of Mbeumo against Brentford, or whoever's on the left-hand side, probably Carvalho, then Ugarte is going to go there and he's going to drown. He's going to drown. I don't know why you'd pay. This is, again, a faith in the recruitment. They went and gone to get Ugarte. They needed high energy, high press. And he's not even playing in the midfield. He's not even getting a game. He's not even starting. And then it makes you wonder, like, what the hell is this going on with this manager? Like, again, decisions. They're not even using your signings. I think Ugarte is going to end up playing right back with the low left back, more comfortable that way. But Ugarte can keep up and defensively solid. And again, hopefully doesn't give away penalties. But if he comes up against Mbeumo, he's going to kill him. He's going to kill him. Amrabat couldn't do that role. He's too stiff. Ugarte is way more agile. It's not like we haven't seen Toby Collier go there and use as an option, but he's young. Ugarte not being there in the middle of the park, you're going to get overran. Have you seen Janelt and Nordgaard and the way they play football? You know, Thomas Frank is not a joke. They suffocate you. They gave City the hardest game of their season, in my opinion. They gave Liverpool boy, they gave them a run for their money. Again, same time. They did falter in the end, but United don't have that firepower. And you're going to use your best players in their best positions. Unfortunately, Casemiro can't play the style that Ten Hag wants. You could play Casemiro and Ugarte together and Kobe. I think that's United's best three. Not Bruno Fernandes, but he's not going to do that. This manager is way too predictable. And now we're getting dressing room leaks. We're getting told, and again, I don't know how much I want to believe into this. We're getting told that, Aston Villa, some sort of person, I don't know what nationality, I don't care what the nationality is. I don't know why that was even brought up. Who cares what the nationality is? Put like some sort of device in the changing rooms and, you know, you could hear stuff and leaked information in there. So in the game, but the game was crap. It was a crap game from the players, regardless. And their ability alone, Watkins was crap. Durant came and done nothing. It was horrendous. It was still 0-0. And now he's got a wall up at Carrington. So people can't see it and they can have more privacy. It just tells me that you're just getting exposed as a manager. Like they're clocking on to the way you play. They clock on to the way you're going to set up. It doesn't matter. It's predictable. We pretty much know, even if you're a rival, what lineup is going to more than likely go out for United. And I think he's hiding behind it. This bug. Again, it sounds like it smells like PR to save someone's skin, to give them an excuse. Or it could even come from the club. Has anyone ever thought that it could come from the club? We haven't made a decision on Ten Hag. He's under borrowed time. But there was a bug in the Aston Villa room where it was leaked and information could have got out and yada yada yada. This is ridiculous. It's seriously ridiculous at this point. Any sort of excuse to leak why you haven't got your win, I think it's piss poor. I don't know what happened to Amas. For me, Amas is good technically, but physically he's not ready for the Prem. He's nowhere near ready. He's a good player though, but he's just not right now. It's when it rains, it pours at United all the time. Cass, it's your fault that Man United are like this and you know it. Why is it my fault? Assalamu alaikum, Sophia. But why is it my fault, Beans? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Yo, Cass, big up Jay, by the way. Jay United, big up anyone. If you want to throw your comments in, any questions, I'm happy to try and answer to the best of my ability. Cash, you should have made this channel a long time ago, but nothing happens before the time. You just do your thing, you will grow. Big up Jay, man. That's a nice comment. It's a nice comment. I appreciate that. But what I need to appreciate is more likes. We're on haram likes at the moment. It's on 69. What is going on with you people? You left it at 69. Shame on yous. Shame on yous. Big up Donna, as always. I saw this news and I won't be playing it. I have no time for games. You know what the funny thing is I'm gonna run up Twitch eventually, and I'm trying to do it with Catch, AKJ. You should know him, Arsenal fan. He comes on our channel on a Monday, mixed race guy. So we're trying to run up something, and that's the only time I've got time for some games. And I get bored of them quick. YouTube is literally life. It takes over so much time. And even after this, we got a watch long on Big Up, aka Tifo. Me and Daps are going to be watching the Scotland-Croatia game because we believe there's going to be goals in that game. Spain versus Denmark is probably going to be boring. We already know how Denmark set up, so I don't want to watch that. We need goals. Let's see what Scott McTominay and the crew can do against Modric. But yeah, man, big up to yourselves. What else is here? Man United fans need to be what? Man United fans need to be united for the great of good. Not too sure. Big up Adam. It says I'm new. I'm a United fan. I would love Ruben Amorim, mate. I think I would. I think anyone but Ten Hag at this point. I think this is where we got towards. United stand with the first channel to do gaming. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. See, you lot. The thing is, I can't be bothered for people like that. They can get out. I can't be bothered for people like that. Yeah, but I'm gonna be real with you lot. You think people don't copy each other's titles? You think people don't get the same sort of pictures? If there's a successful recipe, I'm gonna copy it. I don't give a shit. If there's a title and I need some information to go and talk on, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go check a couple channels that might have done whatever's going on. And I'll go and look on Twitter and I'll go look on the news and I'll do my little pieces and say, okay, that story's from that newspaper. And I don't give a shit. You think I give a crap? If I want to go and get some talking points from somebody else's channel, I don't care less. I couldn't care less. How many times have we gone? By the way, it's the game's the game. If you go and watch, let's say, when we go on Never a Foul, yeah, and there's a title, don't get me wrong, it's not the same wording, but you're going to go on another channel and watch their channel when it goes live, and it's pretty much talking about the same thing. We all talk about the same thing, because what other news is there? It's the same. So on that note could care less. Do you get on with, I don't know Mark Goldbridge. I've been on the United stand. Yes, I was on a fan forum until they offered me crap money. So, and also I was in Coventry at the time. You would think YouTube would want to stick together to compete with the mainstream media, but no one thinks of the bigger picture. Like that's the whole point with Never a Foul. What we tried to do when we tried to like at most times, not all the time, like trying to get like we'd redirect to the smaller content creators and try to get them subs. I see someone's personality like Hooks or my man yesterday as well. He calls himself D. Or at the point, who was it? M's and so forth. I'm happy to share the channel at the end and make sure. And even if you guys don't go and subscribe straight away, I'll put their channel on the shared and everything, and then yeah, hopefully get more notice because I believe in it's not exactly money investment, but you got to invest into these smaller YouTubers because we were there at some point and no one invested into us bar Lee Gunner. Lee Gunner invested into Never a Foul before I was on board. Right, I only come and done YouTube 2 and a little bit years ago. Never a Foul was running beforehand, and Lee Gunner invested into Never a Foul. And that's why you got to big up the Lee Gunners of the world. People that don't give these sort of YouTubers the credit. Rants is another one of them. Saeed's another one of them to a degree as well. Like these lot invest into the smaller YouTubers, but for me, I want to invest a little bit further. So if someone comes on my channel like Deji had nothing going on. And then I said, no, forget that. I can see Deji. I see his personality. Let's invest into it. So every time we can share his stuff and call him out and yada, 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 they grow and everybody else grows. And then before you know it, they get their own watchers. This person gets their own watchers, and it creates a better spectacle when you do go on a multi-club channel that is focused on mainly the top 6 and then other clubs. It's all about the personality. So, and that notice, we don't look as like keeping your before it was nearly, but keeping your subscribers to yourself and don't redirect and all this kind of stuff. Remember, redirect's a new thing. Then I'm not being funny. You're not really gonna grow. I'm not one of those people. Like, don't get me wrong, my head gets hot. I've done some stupid shit and said shit, but I don't act on it. But for me, I don't like doing YouTube without having people that I can actually talk to regularly about even just bits about life and stuff. Even though this is a little bit off topic. Yeah. It shows won't be the same. What's this? What do you mean you? You did I spell something? Did I spell something wrong, Chilias? My bad. Big up GK. He says, hi Cass. By the way, I really like your logo, GK. That's a nice logo. I think Ten Hag is a capable guy, but maybe he takes a lot of time to make us competent with City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and some good managers like Alonso, Inzaghi, Carlo are tough for us to bring. Yeah, I don't think Inzaghi, Ancelotti, Alonso are realistic. I think Alonso's going to go. I think he's got a shot of potentially taking over Pep, or he's going to go Madrid. So yeah, man. That's getting the likes up and subscribe. Yeah. I don't know what we're on at the moment. Subscribers, maybe one of you lot can tell me off the bat. But nearly there, man. Nearly there. So big up to all yourselves. Roy Keane said he stopped watching United after 20. He said this team is hopeless, guys. I hear it, but I have to do watch-alongs. And it's pain. I don't want to be there because I can't celebrate United goal as much as I want to. But when we concede, I'm not going to celebrate that they're beating us. But I need this guy to go. It's just, I hate it. I hear what Roy Keane said. I don't want to watch United. Rance even said he doesn't want to watch United. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, 826. So you ain't liked, you ain't subscribed, you know what to do as well. Big up to yourselves. Or on 829, 171 to 1K. Big up, man. Big up elevation process as well. Your name is Gorav Katara. Initials are GK. Sick name. That's a bad boy name. I really like that name. MashaAllah, that's a nice name. New director of football is linked to Amorim. Yeah, I see that. So I saw City's new director of football is this new guy. I don't know his name, but if you look at the players that Sporting have recruited, especially when it's talent, it's mainly talent that you can build and whatnot. Jokeres of the world, Hulman, he's got a good scout. Marcus Edwards, it's pretty much even some players from Spain. You know, when you look at this guy, he's clearly his phone book has got good links. He's got a good scouting network as well underneath him. So he looks like he's a good appointment. Hugo. Why are you want only United fans besides Solomon? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really trying to mod up who's a fan of whom. It was just random. It was the first stream that I did, and then whoever was there, I made a bunch of mods. But yeah, like it's just one of that. It's just one of those. I didn't, you know what it is with me? I didn't think you guys would want to come on here and hear me talk about Man United, because I thought it'd be boring for you lot. You know, I thought I'd try to build a bit more of a United core fan base if I can. See what you can do. I Donna, you're certainly not being a mod. I'll promise you that. But yeah, look, if you lot want to, if you lot want to hear me and Daps talk crap as well, you don't have to sign up or nothing. Let me bring it up. Pause. I'm gonna send a link in here, because this is what what we're trying to get over to you guys is, and I appreciate everyone that's actually in here, but what me and Daps are trying to get over to the platform is it's a better interactive platform. Sorry, YouTube, if you're listening. But they got stuff like OBS stuff, so stuff like scoreboards and stuff, right? And that's where we do our watch alongs. It might not be the watch along you lot want to see, but it's just us, really and truly, it's just us talking life, food, football, whatever. You know, we get involved quite a lot. Solomon would know as well. So yeah, if you don't want to go over there, that'd be sick. Now YouTube's not even allowing me to paste it. Why? There we go. Can you lot click on that link? Like, we're just doing the Croatia versus Scotland game. So if you don't want to go over there, like, it'll be sick. You can click it. You don't have to sign up or nothing. It's just a link. You know, but if you want to talk with us, there's a lot of you in there. We're going to talk United stuff, talk about Man City's new football direction, etc., etc. That's where me and Daps are going to be. If you want to make a profile, then you're actually helping me out a lot as well, and Daps, because the more profile sign-ups, that's where we do Man City games, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. We do all of them pretty much. And I feel like with you guys, I'm talking with you now in here, I feel like it's more interactive. Now that I feel like I'm talking with you more, that's how it is over there. So if you don't want to do that, I can share the screen where it looks like. Up to you guys, isn't it? I'm not forcing it. Of course not. But it will look something like this. I haven't made the thumbnail at all. But if you lot wanted to go over there and you see yourself in a chat, so big up to yourselves. That's why it's called Big Up. Good name, isn't it? Big Up. If you don't want to go over there now, I'm going to go live in the next 10 minutes. Go get your coffees, go get your brews, whatever it is. It's TIFO, the thing that we've been posting on the community page for long. It'd be sick if you lot want to go over there. And yeah, man, it's just come talk. Come talk. Let me know what you lot want to ask. Ask me, and that's anything. I promise you, ZL in here right now, and Solomon and Sophia, Matty, you can ask us any personal questions as well, and we'll answer them. That's what we're trying to build, is community. So it'll be sick if everyone could go over there. Make profiles. It takes 2 minutes. But kickoffs in the next, half an hour, 35 minutes. It's not even about the game. Probably just about interacting and just talking football. So yeah, man, I'm going to end it there. Big up to yourselves. Big up for everyone that joined in. Sorry that there's no redirect for myself. 7 likes away from 100. I'm going to try, again, do these daily as well. I'm going to try up the, if you're a United fan especially, I'm going to try up the content levels, like maybe 2 lives a day, if not one video, and then one live as well. Try and get more out. But I'm just trying to wait for this international break to finish. So yeah, man. Big up to yourselves, and hopefully I'll catch you on Big Up. The link's right there in the chat. You can scroll up. And then, yeah, man, I'm going to be there in the next 5-10 minutes. Peace.